I'm going to talk about a little bit of not transportation problem, but a connection between chapter 1 and chapter 2. Now, as the student just now has told me that the chapter 1 of module 1 starts with linear programming problem, and you do not have any idea about linear programming problem. And I said it is very funny that you do not know linear programming problem, but you know transportation problem. Why is it so?
Because certain taught us.
No, it is not your fault. It is entirely teacher's fault. Okay, so I'm just making joke. Don't take it seriously.
Okay.
Linear programming problem. It is funniest part is that I'm actually talking saying this because of the teacher itself, because the funniest part is that students don't know linear programming problem, but they know transportation problem. The funniest part is transportation problem is a special case of linear programming problem. This is the funniest part. So first of all, we need to know what linear programming problem is. First of all, we have to have some kind of general idea about the programming problem of the system. First of all, we have to know about the state, and then we have to know about the cities, and then we have to know about the local paras and etc. But suddenly, if I say that, say for example, this locality X is in India, you will not be able to identify that where is this locality. I have never heard of it. Now, if I say, okay, it is in the city of Kolkata. Oh yeah, probably I heard. And there are many people who don't know Kolkata. Okay, Kolkata is not that famous. So he'll say that, okay, where is it? This Kolkata? I say it is in India. Okay, India. Yeah, this is a country in the east. So linear programming problem, if it is India, then transportation problem is Kolkata. So that's why, to start with, we need to know what linear programming problem is, first of all. Now, this is not a theoretical class, and this is not a class where I keep on lecturing funniest things and you will enjoy, but this is a mathematics class, so we need to do mathematics. So I will concentrate on solving mathematical problems, and the question paper, be it offline or online, will be mathematical, strictly mathematical. Now, the things that I'll be teaching you, you just try to follow me and try to grasp the idea about what I'm saying. And if you follow me, if you follow my instruction, your result will be good. But operations research is not the only subject of MB106. There is another module, which is statistics. It's being taken by another teacher. So I'll be taking only operations research. To start with, let me go to, since I'm a mathematics teacher, let me go to discuss some mathematics with you. Now, be interactive. If I ask anything, any one of you can answer. First of all, to start with, I will write this equation. Ax plus by is equal to c. This equation I am writing. I have 3 questions for you. First of all, identify this equation. Second question, is it linear? Third question, why is it linear? Is it linear? So can you answer these questions one after another? Can you recognize?
Yes, sir, this is linear equation.
It is linear equation. Very good. It is a linear equation. Right. You have got 1 point. Why is it linear?
So because it's 2 variables are there.
Huh? No, 2 variables are there. That's why it's a 2 variable equation. But why is it linear?
Because it's in standard form, like ax plus by equal to c.
X square plus y square is equal to r square. This equation is also in its standard form. Is it linear?
It's quadratic equation.
Is it? It is?
Quadratic equation, sir.
It is quadratic equation. What is the difference between the left-hand side equation and the right-hand side equation?
The power.
Power of what? The coefficients or the
X.
variables?
X power.
Only x power or both x and y power?
Both X, Y are.
Okay, okay. You don't strain your voice. Somebody else please speak for her. So x and y are having power 1 over here. X, y are two variables in this equation having power 1. And here x and y are the two variables having power 2. So this is not linear. This is non-linear equation. And since in this equation, the power of x and y are 1, both of them are 1. So it is a linear. It is linear because power of x is 1, power of y is 1. Okay. And what about the first question? Identify this equation. What sort of equation, what sort of thing, geometrical thing it represents? Anyone?
It's non-homogeneous equation, sir.
No. Don't get into these high voltage terms. Just geometrically interpret that what sort of geometry.
A straight line.
Yes, very good. It will represent a straight line. It is representing a straight line. Okay. Now, suppose I am drawing this particular, my drawing is very bad. Please pardon me. I am drawing this particular straight line. I'm taking the y-axis and I'm taking the x-axis with me, and this is the origin. And you know, this is the first quadrant, this is the second quadrant, third quadrant, and fourth quadrant. I hope you are, pretty much acquainted with this.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
suppose, because I do not know the values of the coefficients in A, B, and C, it can be anything. A, B, C can be negative, A, B, C can be positive. They can both be positive, negative, a combination of positive, negative. I'm not interested about this. Suppose, for instance, the straight line equation is like this. This is the straight line which is being represented by ax plus by is equal to c. Okay, just hear me very carefully. Very carefully, you hear me. Suppose this is the straight line which is being represented by ax plus by equals to c. Okay, very good. We have got the geometry. Now I am changing my question a little bit. Now, instead of giving you a straight line, instead of giving you an equation, I'm giving you something else. For example, I'm giving you ax plus by greater than c. And I'm giving you ax plus by less than c. Two cases. This is case number 1. This is case number 1. And this is case number 2. Two cases I'm giving you. Now, can you tell me that what sort of thing? These are not equations because equality signs are not there. These are what? These are inequations. Just opposite of equation. There is greater than inequality, there is less than inequality. Okay, two types of inequations I have given you. Now, can you tell me, if ax plus by is equal to c represents a straight line, what will be represented by this and that? First of all, let's talk about case 1. If I consider ax plus by greater than c, what will it represent? Any idea? Anybody?
The equation will be in positive domain.
You are saying the equation, but I have given you an inequation. Don't say equation. Equation is
Sorry, sir.
the inequation.
The inequation will be in positive domain.
What do you mean?
Whatever the curve is,
the
curve will be in positive domain.
No, the curve is a straight line, but with respect to, I am just changing this symbol. Instead of writing equality, I am putting greater than sign. Now your answer is not appropriate, but don't lose heart. Some of your answers may be wrong. Some of your answers may be correct, but you don't have to be too much sentimental about it, because you're wrong.
Sir,
No. Your wrong answer.
I have to read about it.
You have to
read about it.
Leave.
Read, sir.
No. Don't have to go through it. You don't have to go through anything. I'm not referring any book, anything. Am I being strict? I'm not being too strict. I'm just discussing. Some of your answers may be wrong. Some of your answers may be correct. Your wrong answers will not be humiliated. It is a kind of discussion. So I'm asking all of you to say it from your intuitive intuitive idea that what will it can represent. Anybody else? Any boys, please? What will it represent?
Yeah, can you elaborate the question once again?
Question is that ax plus by equals to c is a straight line. I have drawn the straight line. So you agree with this? Now, instead of equality sign, I am putting a greater than symbol over here. So I'm writing ax plus by greater than c. And here I have written ax plus by less than c. So my question is, what do they represent geometrically?
Sir, is it about roots?
No,
The first one is,
no, don't solve it.
sorry, sir.
You don't have to say sorry again and again. It's a discussion. I'm not being strict. Please don't say sorry. I'm discussing. Sometimes I also do mistakes. I'm very much prone to making silly mistakes. Then it is your responsibility to stop me and tell me that, sir, you are doing mistake. You just get it right. Consider me as your friend, not as a teacher. Just relax and discuss. Now, ax plus by greater than c, what does it represent? So I hope that you are facing some sort of difficulties in understanding this logic. So let me talk about it. Because if you don't understand this, I'll not be able to proceed with linear programming problem. This is the basic fundamental idea that you have to know. Both of these inequations represented in case 1 and case 2 represent a region bounded by the straight line. Some region bounded by the straight line. Both of these are representing some sort of region bounded by the straight line. Now, which region is getting bounded by case 1 and which region is getting bounded by case 2, that I'm going to tell you. If now I'm writing the rule over here, so it would be nice for you to memorize. With respect to my question, I'm considering this as question 1, this is question 2, and this is question 3, and this is my question 4. Now I'm writing answer to 4. If such a inequation is given to you, what will you do is that put x equal to 0 and y equal to 0. That means origin's coordinate is 0, 0, you know. Put x equal to 0 and y equals to 0 in the inequation. Then if the inequality gets satisfied, then it implies that region bounded by the straight line will be that side which contains the point 0, 0. I will elaborate this with an example, don't worry. And first of all, I'm writing the rule. And if x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0 does not satisfy the inequation, then the region bounded by the straight line will be the opposite side of the side that contains 0, 0. A very long statement I have written. Your first job is to note down this particular thing in your copy, and then in the next page I'm going to show you what do we mean by this particular rule that I have written just now. So first of all, I'm again saying that put x equal to 0, y equal to 0 in the equation. Rather, in the inequation, I must write, rectify it. Put x equal to 0, y equal to 0 in the inequation. Then if the inequality gets satisfied, if it gets satisfied, it implies that region bounded by straight line will be that side which contains 0, 0. And after putting x equal to 0, y equal to 0, if the inequation is not being satisfied, then the region bounded by the straight line will be opposite side of the side that contains 0, 0. Now once you finish writing this line, or you can take the screenshot of it also to save time, you just tell me that you are done. Then I'm going to move on to the next page and I'm going to show it by an example. Then you will understand specifically that what actually I mean by this particular thing.
Done, sir.
Done.
So we are.
Okay. So suppose I'm giving you an equation, an inequation like this, 2x plus y is equal to 4. Okay. Before that, I also have to talk about something else before I make you understand what do we mean by this particular previous page long statement. Remember that if a straight line is given by this equation, if a straight line, yes.
Sir, actually, can you repeat the last line of opposite side of the, actually missed that portion.
Oh, just see, look at it.
Okay, okay.
Just look at it.
Yes,
Opposite side of the side that contains 0, 0.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Now, before I make you understand what do we mean by this, let me consider an inequation first of all. Suppose this. Remember that if a straight line is given, the easiest way to draw the straight line is to bring the straight line into its intercept form. So try to bring the straight line into its intercept form. You can get it from any coordinate geometry book. What we actually do is that we divide all the sides by the constant c, and we write it like this. We get this, and you know that this can be written as x by c by a, and this can be written as y by c by b, and that is equal to 1. This is called the intercept form of the straight line equation, intercept form of the straight line equation. And this is very helpful because in this particular case, why we need to draw the axis first of all. y and x. And what we do, we consider, since in this expression of x by something, in the denominator we have c by a. So suppose we have considered some coordinate, suppose it is positive. So on the positive side, we consider the coordinates c by a 0. And suppose c by b is negative. So on the negative side of y-axis, we consider the coordinate 0 c by b. And if I assume that it is 0, less than 0, if I assume that it is greater than 0, then we will consider in this manner. And after that, we join them by a straight line. After this, we join them by a straight line. And it extends to infinity, like this. So easiest way to draw such a curve, such a straight line, if we can bring it into its intercept form. Otherwise, you have to make a table. You have to put the values of x, and subsequently the values of y will be obtained, and you will put the coordinates and you will join them by a straight line. It will take a lot of amount of time and energy. So it is better to bring it in its intercept form, and then you draw it quickly. Don't have to mark all the points, just mark the intercepts that cuts on the x-axis and the cuts on the y-axis, join them by straight line, and you will get your straight line. If both c by a and c by b are positive, so if both of them are positive, so you will get an equation like this, and so on. So this is the easiest way to draw a straight line. Now, it is not a matter of linear programming problem. It is a matter of coordinate geometry, and it is a brief recapitulation that I have made over here. It is a recap. Now, our problem was to find out what is being represented by this, and to understand the statement that I have written in the previous page. So first of all, you need to see that here the power of x is 1 and the power of y is 1. So it is indeed a straight line kind of thing, because the region that would be bounded will be bounded by the straight line. So first of all, step number 1, what we'll do, we'll consider it as a straight line. In our mind, we'll consider it as a straight line, and we'll try to bring it in its intercept form. So we will apply the same rule. We will divide both the sides by 4. Right hand side of the equation will give you 1, and we will get 2x by 4 plus y by 4 is equal to 1, and that is x by 2 plus y by 4 is equal to 1. So this was the straight line, and we have brought it in its intercept form. This is the intercept form. Now you see how easy it becomes to draw the straight line. We need to draw the axis, x and y. This is the origin. And if you are sitting for the offline examination, you will not be provided graph paper for doing this. You have to rely on your pencil and scale and white sheet. Now, if we have this, since in the denominator of this expression, we have 2 and it is positive. So 1, 2, we will mark the coordinate 2, 0. You can consider this as a point A, and below y we have 4. It is also positive. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You will mark the coordinate as 0, 4. And what will you do? You will just join them by a straight line and extend in both directions. See how easy it was. If I bring the thing in its intercept form, we can easily draw the straight line. We don't have to take pain of putting points. Now, our job is not to find out the straight line curve. Our job is to find out, to understand what do we mean by this. So this is our step number 2. Now let's get back to this particular rule that I have written. What we need to do, we need to substitute 0, 0, that is origin in the inequation. So substitute 0, 0 in 2x plus y greater than 4. Substitute. So what do we get after this? After substituting, we will get 2 into 0 plus 0. 2 into 0 plus 0 on the left hand side, which is nothing but 0. But 0 is not greater than 4. 0 is less than 4. What did I say? I said that if after putting 0, 0, the inequation doesn't get satisfied, then the side marked by the region marked by the straight line will be that side which doesn't contain 0, 0. After putting 0, 0 over here in 2x plus y, we see that left hand side gives you 0 and right hand side is 4, but 0 is not greater than 4. It is not greater than 4. So we will try to look at, which side of the straight line contains 0. We see that the lower side of the straight line contains 0, but inequation is not getting satisfied. So our region will be the opposite side of the side that contains 0, 0. Entire region, entire side of the entire upper side of the straight line will be given by the region 2x plus y greater than 4. Understood?
Yes, sir.
No.
Yes, sir. Yes,
No.
sir.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now suppose I'm giving you, I'm deleting this picture. It is not required. Suppose somebody is interested in finding the region marked by the straight line, the inequation 2x plus y less than 4. So in this, if I am interested in this particular region, then it's the same thing. We will apply in step number 3. Let me write. We will put 0, 0 in the inequation in 2x plus y less than 4. After putting, we get 2 into 0 plus 0, which is equal to 0. But obviously 0 is less than 4. 0 is less than 4. It is getting satisfied. And since it is getting
Sir, can you once more repeat the marked region? How can I find the region which is marked with red pen?
Yeah, I mean the previous stage. This one.
Yes,
This one.
yes, I can. This that's diagram only. The diagram you draw.
Oh, diagram.
This one.
This
The
straight,
marked region with red.
yeah. So this is the blue color is the straight line. Now you see that since I have put 0, 0 in the inequation 2x plus y greater than 4, left hand side is not, the inequation is not getting satisfied. Left hand side is 0 and the right hand side is 4, but my inequation is greater than 4. It was supposed to be satisfied, but it is not getting satisfied after putting 0, 0. So we will see that in which side of the straight line 0, 0 exists. Now 0, 0 exists on the lower side of the straight line. But our rule says that if the inequation is not getting satisfied, we will consider that side of the region which doesn't contain 0, 0. So we have contained the upper side because it doesn't contain 0, 0. But if I look at the second example, 2x plus y less than 4, and if I want to mark the region bounded by this straight line, the straight line will remain same because I have not changed the equation. But if I put 0, 0 over here, you will see that left hand side is indeed less than 4. It is getting satisfied. And therefore, again, we'll look at the straight line and we'll see in which particular side 0, 0 is in. We see that 0, 0 is in the lower side of the straight line. So for the second one, if this is the first one, this is the second one. For the second one, the region will be the entire lower side of the straight line, because it satisfies. So
Sir,
yes,
sir, please can you like repeat what do the pink lines and the green lines denote?
region, they denote region. Is actually, if I draw a circle, say for example, if I draw a circle, now this is just a circle, it is a ring, okay, and but you see that in this white board, this is a white sheet, I have actually bounded some region by marking the ring. Now we have got actually two regions. If this is the boundary, one region is falling inside the circle, one region is falling inside the circle. Here's infinitely many points are there, and the outside region is not getting bounded by the circle, so it is outside the circle. Entire white portion, suppose this is a kind of manhole is there, so this is the gap, which is manhole is actually bounding some region where we know that we don't have to venture. The outside part we are free to move. So there are two regions. If I draw a square also, once I draw the square, it is again bounding some region on the whiteboard. So one region is inside the square and another region is outside the square. So when we actually bound something like square, triangle, rectangle, then there is no problem. Anybody and child can understand what is the outside region and what is the inside region. But the problem is, if I draw a picture like this, if I draw a picture like say this, so this is not actually the entire straight line is I'm considering. I'm not considering this triangle. If I consider this triangle, obviously this is the inside region, the rest is the outside region, but I'm considering the entire straight line. So how to identify that suppose this straight line, what is the greater portion of the straight line and what is the lower portion of the straight line? That will be identified by this region, this particular point 0, 0. So that is what I'm actually making over here. To identify the region bounded by the straight line, we are drawing the straight line first. That is our first job. And then what we are doing, if I want to mark this region, we are putting the origin in the inequation. Now the rule is saying that if x equal to 0, y equal to 0 doesn't satisfy the inequation, if x equal to 0, y equal to 0 doesn't satisfy the inequation, then the region bounded by the straight line, the region bounded by the straight line will be that side which will be which is not containing 0, 0. The region will be the opposite side of the side that contains 0, 0, means the side which is not containing 0, 0. So when we put 0, 0 in the inequation, we see that left hand side gives you 0 over here, right hand side is more than that. But what I have written left hand side is greater than right hand side. It is not getting satisfied over here. So the lower portion of the straight line will not contain 0, 0. We'll have to consider that portion which doesn't contain 0, 0, and that is the entire pink portion. And if I consider 2x plus y less than 4 and do the same operation over here, if I put 0, 0, then you see that left hand side is indeed less than 4, and therefore we'll mark the region which contains 0, 0, and we'll say that 2x plus y less than 4 is the green colored region, and 2x plus y greater than 4 is the pink colored region, and the straight line is 2x plus y is equal to 4. Understood?
Yes, sir, very well.
Okay. Now, this is the first thing that you need to know about how to mark the region. So here in this particular example, I have asked you how to, I have made you learn how to mark the region. And since we are considering only the linear equation will and it is a linear programming problem. So you have already got a hint that in linear programming problem, we'll always have to deal with linear equation. So you don't have to think about non-linearity. When there will be power of x more than 1, what will happen? Don't have to think about it. There is a separate chapter for that. It is called non-linear programming problem, which is not there in your syllabus. My time is actually running out. You please rejoin. And next time you join, you just write in the chat box your student IDs for your attendance. I will take the class for 20 minutes.
Okay, sir.
I'm stopping here.
Okay, sir.
Yes.